Good morning students. Today we are going to start our new topic, which is not actually the new topic, it is a part of the literals only, the numerical literals. We have already discussed about the string literal in the last video. I have told you that how to declare a single line and multi-line string. So today I am going to show you the different type of numerical literals and floating point literals. Okay, so let us begin the session. So numerical literals, as the name suggests, it is a kind under numerical literals, the literal which come is integer literal. Integer literal which does not contain any fractional part. It only contains the whole number. Now it is further also divided into three parts. The first one is decimal integer literal, then is octal, and then is hexadecimal. Octal integer literal and hexadecimal integer literal. However, the integer is the whole number which does not contain any fractional part, which can, unless and until it starts with 0, it is considered to as decimal integer literal. Now decimal integer literal should not start with 0, and it can be any number like 1, 2, 3, -2 and 6. So these can be called as the integer literal, and if you are not giving any sign to the number, it will be considered as a positive integer literal. Okay. Now what is octal integer literal? Octal integer literal means the decimal integer literal which can be represented in the form of octal. So the octal integer literals are written as preceded by 0, O, and then the number. For example, that I have an example for say that 8 to the base 10. It means this 8 is a number base 10, so it is a decimal number. Now if I want to convert it to the octal number, so 8 to the base 10, it means this is the decimal number, need to be converted to the octal number. So once it is converted, and if it is preceded by the number 0 and O, it will be called as octal integer literal. How we can convert, I'll tell you now, because I have not explained that time. Now suppose 8 to the base 10. So for converting the decimal to binary, we were dividing the number with the base of binary. So for converting the decimal to octal, we will again divide the number by the base 8. So the number is 8 and the base is also 8. So 8 ones are 8, remainder is 0. So for converting this, 8 to the base 10 will be
0 to the base 8.
This is the octal number of this decimal number. This is how it will be represented. O, it is 0, then O, then
1 and 0.
So this will be called as the octal number of this 8 to the base 10. Same goes with hexadecimal integer literal. Hexadecimal numbers, it is written if the number is divided by 16, the base is 16 for this. If it is divided by 16, then you have if the number remainder comes till 0 to 9, it will be written like that only. However, after 10 to 15, it is represented as starting from A to F. So A will be for value for 10, then B will be for 11, C will be for 12. So if I want write the hexadecimal number of 12, so 12 to the base 10, then what will be the hexadecimal number? As it is only number 12, it will be preceded by 0 and X, and the value of 12 will be C. So OXC to the base 16 will be the answer of this decimal number. Right? You have to understand that numeric literals are further divided into two parts, which is three parts actually: integer literal, floating point, and exponent. So integer literal is again further divided into three parts, which is decimal integer literal, whole number which should not start with 0 and it can contain any positive or negative number, octal number which is represented by 0 preceded by 0, O, letter O, and then the value, and hexadecimal will be represented as preceded by 0, X, and the value. Now suppose if the value will be long, then you have to divide it by 16. Whatever value you will get, then you can write it like this. If you will get the remainder between 0 to 9, then you have to write the remainder as it is. If you get the remainder between 10 to 15, you can write like this. And if already the value is between 10 to 15, you can directly write the value. So 10 represents A, 11 is B, and then 12 is C, 13 is D, 14 is E, and 15 is F. Types of integer literal. Now moving further, the second part of numerical literal is floating point literal. It means the literal, the number which should have the fractional part, that is called as floating type literal. Now let's see that. So floating point literal. Floating point literal is further divided into two parts. First is fractional form and then is exponent form. Fractional form, as the name is giving you the idea that it will be represented in fractional, in decimals. So the example of fractional form floating point literal will be suppose 15.3 minus 2.6, or you can say 2345.56. Okay, so these are the fractional form floating point literal. Now it is actually said to be as floating point only because it makes a difference quite easy, that if a number 7 is written, it is an integer literal, and if decimal point integer literal obviously, and if a number 7.5 is written, it is a floating point numerical literal. So this is how we can differentiate between the different type of numerical literals. Now let us see some illegal kind of floating point literal. Suppose if the number is written here 15.346.12. So if you will for confusion, for creating the confusion, if the number like this is written and you must be thinking that there is a point, so it is in the form of fractional form. No, this is not a correct floating point literal. This will be the error because two decimal points are not allowed. If the number 15 is only written, it is also not a floating point literal because there is no decimal point, there is no fractional part of it. Now suppose if I have written 15, 6.324, this is also not allowed. Comma is not allowed in floating point literal. So this is how it can create a confusion, or it might come in exam that what are the valid floating point literals. So you can easily notify that it can be positive or negative. It should contain it should have a fractional part, decimal part, but two decimal points are not allowed. Single number cannot be a floating point literal obviously because there is no decimal point here. Now comma is also not allowed. So if there is suppose given 15.6 by 2, so this is also not allowed. This division sign is also not allowed. So this is how these are said to be as illegal floating point literal, and this is the legal floating point literals. Now we will see the exponent form of floating point. Exponent is further divided into mantissa and exponent. So mantissa is a number which is followed by capital E or E, and exponent is the real constant value. How it can be written? Now let us see that. So now suppose for example I have given here like you can say 2.319. Okay, so if this is the number written and we have to write the exponent form of it, so how we will write? It will be further written as 2319 by 1000. Okay, now 2319 by 1000. So how we will write it? 2319 divided by 10 to the power cube. Okay, now 2319 will become 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, and this 10 is represented as exponent 2319 e to the e minus 3. So this is how the exponent is written. Now let us find out the value of another number, that how it can be written in an exponent form. Let us see one more example like 7.214. Suppose this we have to write in an exponent form. So how we will write? We can write it like this: 7214 by 10 to the power 10. So when you will remove this point, it will be 1000. So it will be further written as divided by 10 to the power cube, or 7214 into 10 to the power cube, or you can say 7214 e minus 3. It will be minus obviously. Okay, so like this it can be written. Now another example, if it is given here 0.0005. Now how it can be written? How it will be written? 5e minus 5. It will be written like this. Okay, now let us solve this, that 0.5. If you will remove this, you will get how many zeros? 3, 4, 5 zeros here. Okay, 5 zeros. When it is 10 to the power 5. So when you will multiply here, you will write here, when the division comes to the multiplication part, it will be written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. So this 10 will be written as e. So 5e minus 5. So this is how the exponent can be formed. So now let us do the opposite one. Suppose any particular number is given in exponent form, and then you have to find out the value, integer value of it. Okay, the real constant value of it. So let us do that. There is already a number written in exponent form, 0.13e04. So if it is written e04, it means it is a positive. There is no minus sign here, so it is not a negative value. It is 0.13e04. So how it can be written? 0.13e04 will be 10 to the power 4. Here you will write the multiplication symbol. Now 0.13 will be 13 by 100 into 4 times 0. These 100 will be cut. So the answer will be 1300. This is how you will find out. Take one more example. 12e02. This is very easy. 12e02, value of e is 10 to the power 2. So 1200 is the answer. So the value of this exponent form in integer form is this, and for this it is this. So there are some questions in your exercise as well. You have to solve it. If you have any problem, you can text me. Now more literal type is there, which is Boolean literal, which has the value true and false. We will discuss in deep about this while we will start doing the Python programming. And there is one more literal, which is special literal, none. Now suppose if you make a program like this, a is equal to 15, b is equal to none, and you have written here print a, print b. It will print you 15, it will print you none. Nothing else will be printed. However, then you will say that, ma'am, what is the use of this? We will discuss this as well afterwards. When you will do programming, then you will be understanding that how you can use different kind of literals and how they are utilized in the program. As we have learned about the literal, so now we are knowing that how the values are being stored in the objects or the variables. Now suppose you can easily recognize the value. Suppose I have written here a is equal to 5. You can say that a is a variable which is storing a decimal integer literal. Okay, this is a decimal integer literal, or you can say integer literal also. Now suppose I have written here like this. So you can easily say that this is a string literal. This is a single line string literal. Now if I have written like this, you can say that it is a multi-line string literal, right? If I have written like this, you can say that floating point literal. If I have written like this, you can say that it is the exponent form of the literal. Now suppose if I have written like this, so you can say that it is a Boolean literal value which is stored in f. And if I have written like this, then you can say that it is a special literal none. So now students, you can easily identify the kind of literal values which are stored in these, you can say, identifiers. I hope you are understanding this.
So students, that's all for today. I hope you have understood all the topic. If you have any query, do text me or mail me. Take care of yourself and your family. Stay home. Thank you so much.